In this video, we'll be installing the rock sliders. If you watched the last video where we were prepping them out and painting them, getting them all primed up to be mounted. So let's jump into that. What's up, everybody? I'm back again, day 3 with installation. It took me a little bit longer than expected just because a lot of the nuts and bolts aren't properly labeled when they're in the package. They just all come in one, so kind of trying to figure out what bolt goes where. But they do have a list of and step-by-step instructions on the RCI website, which I'll link to as well. But let me show you what we got done so far. So I got the driver's side done. Only thing that I didn't get done is to put the plate on this cross membrane. I'll do that next year. I didn't take off the cap for the bolts to go into, so make sure you get that. I'm gonna have to drill this out because I'm not gonna take this back off just to take those off, so I'm just gonna drill right here and right here. But we got pretty much it all done right here. It's all bolted except for that membrane plate. I didn't get this at the common degree, which I think is 20, whatever, where it folds up more. I got these because I want them like step ups as well as rock sliders. So, all right, so we're gonna start on the passenger side. This is the last side. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's what you have to take off before you put this plate on right here. So this plate will go like this, and this is after you put on. So hopefully you can see that. But this will go over the rock slider, and then we take this off. We'll bolt everything, take off the cover. This bolt needs to come off right here, and then that's it. The passenger side is a lot more easier than the driver's side. So yeah, let's get that started. This is a 10mm. Oh yeah. There's another bolt up here. Someone point this out that this rust underneath there, that's not good, you know. I'm gonna hit it up with some sandpaper, and then I'm just gonna quickly go over it with that Rust-Oleum, and then this I'll just probably leave because this bracket's probably not that expensive to replace. All right, I did spray a little bit right here just to make sure, because these are the point of contact that hold into place into the frame, and then there you go. And then that rust is covered up and it looks better. But yeah, next thing to do is pop this bolt off, and probably gonna need a breaker bar. These things are like welded on pretty much. I was afraid of snapping it off. Oh, fuck. So as you can tell, I snapped the bolt off inside, which I was saying not to do. So I got the drill. I'm hopefully gonna drill this thing out. Wish me luck, friends. So wasn't able to get this out, but it's still stuck in there and it's still securing this cross membrane, right? Because it ain't coming out. It's studded all the way up top. I don't know if I can get a view of this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just drill a hole in the rock slider right here and secure it right here instead of here. And I'll just secure it right there. That should be it. Alright guys, after you get all your bolts off, like I said, now it's time to start bolting it in. Use a jack stand or get one of these bottom bolts in first. Either here or here, where mine's missing because I snapped it off inside the cross membrane and I couldn't get it drilled out. So I actually drilled another slot into this frame because there is another hole, but it's like right here. My dyslexia kicked in, so instead of me going more right, I went more left. And I even marked it right here. I don't know if you can see the mark, but I even marked it right here with marker where I needed to come straight down. But as you can see, I can't get that out, so but the membrane's still technically connected by that bolt, so that should be fine. And you can use more bolts on this side for nuts and bolts. This control box put back. You're gonna need to use the new bolts for this because obviously you're gonna stick out further this way. So put those in. Now I'm gonna start tightening these all down, and then we'll do the plate right there for the other cross membrane. Alrighty, now it's time to get this plate on here. Alright, got these bolts on. Only thing I can say is that you're gonna have to go through this tubing. You're gonna have to go all the way, put your hand all the way to this side. So best of luck to you. I hope your arm's long enough. That was hard to get that, but we got it. Everything bolted down. You know what? I have a question, because usually when I put these lock nut washers on, I usually tend to do the lock nut and the washer right there. But then I seen other people do it like this, where they put lock nut actually touching the frame right here. So I don't know, which way is it supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be this way, not that way. But so I did it right there too. But next thing to do is to put these bolts back on for this cover, and then I have an extra couple bolts that I'm gonna bolt down here, just because like we didn't get anything down here in that membrane, that cross membrane. So if I get more down here, like right here, and I think there's another one down there somewhere, 2 more, I think that should be good enough. I think that should hold up plenty. So yeah, let's jump into that one. So this is an update on the RCI Rock Sliders. Okay, so if you guys are wondering about that bolt, I like drilled it out completely all the way to the top, and it's still in there. It's still holding this membrane, this cross membrane. So you see the rust right here on the frame. That's the frame. So like that's all part of the frame, and then this is the rock slider right here. So the bolts are still in there. This box is still on for this electronics. So there's a little rust happening now with the RCI frame. It's been over a year at least since I made that video, so this is like a year update. But they're still holding tight, not too much rust. Like I said, I powder coated this myself, so if anything, it'd be my fault. Here are the bolts right here, and the plate that goes over this part of the frame for the rock slider. But this, so I powder coated this first time. You saw the last video, and then I hit it up with another coat of paint. It's but it's like really grippy paint, so that way I could, when people come in and out of here, it grips a little bit better, especially in the snow and the wet weather or whatever. So this is what it looks like though. It looks pretty good. I still like it. Not too much rust, but some forming here and there. This is a year later, or this is probably like over a year. That's what it looks like on this side, or passenger side I should say. And I love this to step up onto the truck, especially when I'm washing the truck and then I have to step up and get up here to dry it off and all that. So there's not too many bolts, so you have to bolt in right there, here, right, these two, or that one, right there. There's that plate I was telling you about, and everything's still tight. So I wash my truck a lot, like since we get snow here, and like every time it snows, I'm always washing it, like, I don't know, a couple days after it snows to get that de-icer off the truck, the frame. So this is what the driver's side looks like. This big ass washer right here. So this is what that cross membrane bolt would look like right here. It didn't snap this side off. That's what really kind of made me not film a lot, was because after I had snapped that off, I was just trying to get this other side, this bolt off, and I just couldn't do it, and I just got frustrated, so I stopped filming a lot. So on the driver's side, you do gotta take this apart. You gotta just snap these off, not snap them off, take them off gently, don't break anything. And then, so like there's a bolt here, you see that, and it goes like back here. There's definitely better videos out there. I mean, this wasn't a tutorial, this was just me, a regular Joe Blow, trying to put stuff on. So try to put these frames, if I could do it, like, you know what I mean, this is the video just made, like, if I could do it, you guys could do it easily. There's the texture spray right here. I wouldn't do the texture spray again. What I would do is just get grip tape from like a skateboard and then just like cut it and then put it right here, if I had to do it over again, which I will do at some point. Alright guys, if you guys watched the whole video, thank you. Yeah, that wasn't the greatest video. It was very choppy. It just jumped from left to right. There was no real installation going on, but I got frustrated while making it, and yeah, I busted that bolt on the cross membrane, so that frustrated me, and I just kind of gave up on filming. Didn't really film like how to really install. There's a lot of other videos with the RCI Rock Sliders installation videos out there, better tutorials than mine. Mine was just kind of like, it's more or less just for just showing like anybody could do it really, because I'm not that very mechanically inclined, trying to be. So just stay tuned for more videos. Definitely got better ones on the way and more mods coming. The video originally was filmed I think in like 2022, 2023, and as you can tell it was like winter time, it was cold, so I kind of just like hurried up making it. And I had just updated it too. I went outside and I just showed you guys like the update after a year and a half to 2 years of how it looks, and it's still pretty good. It's still holding up pretty well. Everything's in there. All the bolts still are secure. So I do like the RCI. They're in the hometown, so it's easier just to get from them. But yeah, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned. A lot more mods coming in the future. All right. And this one is filmed April 15th, 2025. So it's been a while. Stay tuned, guys. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye. Have a beautiful time. Bye-bye. See you soon. Have a great night.